How do you think MGM's doing thus far? What grade would you give them?
I'd give them a B plus. Uh, I'm very happy with the hiring. And in fact, for the last 7+ years, I've monitored the hiring of minorities, women, and residents for all municipal construction. And unfortunately, I can't sit here and proudly say that I've accomplished as much as I should have or would have liked. But I think that it's sad the fact that we weren't able to mandate, but through negotiations, we agreed that through best practices, they would attempt to hit certain goals. They've hit those goals and they've exceeded them. But yet the city has not, on a regular basis, been able to duplicate what a private entity was able to do. And I know there's several factors and it's more complicated. I mean, the city by law is required to have bids, and because of commerce laws, federal laws related to commerce and transportation, trade and stuff, we can't do things, we can't make threats, we can't not take bids that MGM can. But MGM has done a good job. I wasn't disappointed. I have not been disappointed to this point with the changes. And in fact, when the Mohegans opened the office in Palmer, and people in that area, I worked at Munson Developmental Center, and that was the big employer of the area at that time. And when the MGM came in, and people were all excited about it, and it was before the law was even changed to allow. I used to offend a lot of people because I said, you know, if a casino were to be suggested to be built in Springfield, it would be in Springfield before it would be Palmer. And they said, no, we got Mohegans coming here. And I said, well, you got Todd Smola, and I got Richie Neal. What do you think casino's going to be? And so, casino's here. Now, that aside, as you know, casinos are traditionally a box. And it gets you in the box, no clocks, give you lots of drinks, lots of amenities, and they want to keep you in the box. I think this one's unique. I think this is different. When I sat down with Mr. Hornbuckle back in the months leading up to the announcement of the ward of the casino, and when I had a chance to talk to him, I thought, and he and him got an agreement that their primary responsibility is going to be to the shareholders of MGM. But for them to maximize that return on their investment, they needed to change the way Springfield was perceived. If no other place, then at least along the Main Street corridor. Springfield may still consider to be an unsafe place and a place where people aren't really comfortable being, but they needed to make Springfield Main Street feel safe if they were going to get as much money as they wanted out of this city. Now, with that being said, I think they are doing the right types of things because, as I say to people, you can access all the amenities of MGM and never go on their gaming floor. The fact that they agreed not to create an arena, but to utilize the Civic Center, Stage West, those were all pluses. The housing component was wonderful. And in one of the things that I thought the city did was masterful, and they got criticism for, but I supported, was we got great lawyers from this area. Ed Bakula is an award-winning lawyer, but they are not gaming lawyers. So when they hired consultants from the Midwest who had experience dealing with gaming, I thought that was masterful. And further, I think that it benefited both sides for MGM to know what their tax liability was going to be on a yearly basis for the next 20, 25 years. I thought that was good for their business model and for their planning, but I also thought it was good for the city of Springfield. And what I say to my constituents is, you can't expect MGM to be the savior and solve all of our problems. They are part of one of the spokes on the wheel of what needs to happen.